Okay, I'm gonna call it right now.
Uh-huh.
Privacy isn't just dead. I mean, we have dug up the corpse, set it on fire, and we are currently live streaming the ashes for clicks.
Wow.
If you thought the world was weird last year, buckle up.
Yeah.
Common sense has officially left the building, gotten in a car, and driven off a cliff.
I usually tell you to stop being so dramatic in the intro, but looking at the research stack for today, you might actually be underreacting.
Save.
We have a collection of stories here that range from, like, the hilariously petty to the legitimately dystopian.
It's a total mess. We've got bathrooms designed to humiliate you, air pollution that people are convinced is making them fat.
And robots pretending to be doctors to scam your grandparents.
Yes. And that's not even the end of it.
That is the lineup. We're doing a deep dive into weaponized architecture in Shenzhen, a donut crisis in Massachusetts, the explosion of these predatory AI scams.
And a pop concert that apparently triggered a metaphysical panic?
Metaphysical panic.
I love that phrase. Okay, let's start with the one that genuinely keeps me up at night. The transparent toilet. Please, walk me through this nightmare.
So this case comes out of a shopping mall in Shenzhen, China. Like a lot of public spaces, they had a persistent issue with smokers.
Right.
You know, using the restroom stalls to sneak a cigarette.
Which is gross, I get it. Secondhand smoke in a tiny room is awful. But usually, you just, you put up a no smoking sign, maybe a smoke detector that beeps really loud. Standard stuff.
Well, standard stuff wasn't working. So the mall management, they decided to leverage technology.
Uh-oh.
Specifically, something called PDLC Smart Glass.
For anyone listening who doesn't spend their time reading tech specs, that's that fancy glass that can switch from, like, frosty to clear when you hit a button, right?
Exactly. It uses liquid crystals. Power on, it's clear. Power off, it's opaque, private.
Okay.
The mall installed this as the doors to the toilet stalls.
Okay. I think I see where this is going, and I absolutely hate it.
Oh, it's worse than you think. They connected the glass, the transparency control, to a smoke detector inside the stall.
No.
So if the sensor detects smoke, it cuts the privacy mode. The glass turns instantly transparent.
So you are sitting there, vulnerable, maybe mid-wipe, and if you light a cigarette, the entire wall just vanishes. Vanishes, yes. And there is a sign on the door that explicitly warns you. It says, smoke will make the glass transparent. Don't hold back, or you'll become an internet celebrity.
See, that's the part that gets me. It's not just a deterrent. It's an actual threat. It's weaponized shame. This is hostile architecture taken to a completely psychotic level.
It is.
But my real issue is the technology itself. I mean, sensors glitch. They go wrong all the time.
That is the biggest criticism for sure.
What if someone is like vaping in the stall next to me and the vapor drifts over the divider? My sensor trips, my wall vanishes, and suddenly I'm exposing myself to the entire food court while I'm just trying to read the news on my phone. It's a massive privacy risk. But the mall argues that the fear of humiliation is the only thing strong enough to actually change behavior.
So it's not a nudge, it's a shove off a cliff.
It's an extreme application of nudge theory, yeah. Except instead of a nudge, it's a threat of public indecency.
And honestly, it incentivizes the wrong people. You know there are people out there who want to be seen. You're going to have streamers going in there with smoke bombs just for the content. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are speed running the Shenzhen Toilet Challenge.
That's a terrifying possibility I hadn't even considered. But you're probably right. If you make exposure the punishment, you might attract exhibitionists.
I have a counter proposal.
Okay.
If they are so obsessed with this smart glass, just flip the logic. Don't base it on smoke.
Base it on what?
Occupancy. If the weight sensor detects 2 people in the stall, boom, transparent.
Oh, okay.
Stop the couples from joining the Mile High Club on the ground floor. That makes sense. Public shaming for actual public indecency.
I can see the logic there, yeah. Using transparency to expose real misconduct, not just smoking.
If the sensor detects 3 people,
what then?
Keep it opaque.
Why?
Because the logistics of fitting 3 people into a mall stall are honestly pretty impressive. They've earned that privacy. That's a team-building exercise at that point.
I think we're straying a little from the mall's safety protocols, but your point stands. We are trading basic privacy for behavioral control.
Exactly.
And speaking of things invading your personal space, let's go from visual exposure to sensory exposure. Let's talk about the air in Massachusetts.
Ah, the Great Donut Crisis. I saw this headline and I thought it had to be a joke.
It is very, very real. This is happening in Haverhill, Massachusetts. A new industrial bakery and distribution center for Dunkin' Donuts opened up.
And this isn't like a little shop on the corner.
No, this is a factory. They produce 1 million donuts a day.
1 million. Just try to visualize that mountain of sugar. That's enough to glaze a small country.
The local residents don't have to visualize it. They are breathing it. They filed complaints that the whole neighborhood is just coated in this thick, oily, sweet stench.
They'd say it's nauseating.
Yeah.
Okay, look. I want to be sympathetic. I do. Industrial pollution is bad. If it was sulfur or, like, sewage, I'd be out there protesting with them. But it's donuts.
I know.
It smells like vanilla and happiness. This feels like complaining that your wallet is too heavy because it's full of cash.
But extended exposure is different, you know?
No.
It's called olfactory fatigue or sensory overload. The report quotes residents saying the air is so heavy it feels like they are, and I quote, breathing in calories.
Breathing in calories. Stop it. That is the most American excuse I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
I didn't break my diet, honey. I just stepped onto the porch and accidentally inhaled 3 glazed crullers.
Scientifically, you cannot gain adipose tissue by smelling grease. But the psychological impact of constantly smelling that heavy sugar can actually trigger hunger and nausea. It disrupts your quality of life.
So Dunkin' is in a bind here. They're basically the villains of the neighborhood now. But the source material had a suggestion for a PR pivot that is completely insane, but I kind of love it.
The anime connection.
The anime connection, yes. So for listeners who aren't deep into Japanese animation, there's this massive show called Demon Slayer.
Huge.
In the movie, Mugen Train, a very popular character named Rengoku, gets into a fight with a demon.
And spoiler alert for a movie that's been out for years.
He gets punched literally through the chest. It leaves a massive hole.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome, yeah.
So the internet, being the terrible place it is, immediately started calling him the donut because of the hole.
Of course they did.
The suggestion in the article was that Dunkin' should lean into the hate. They should send the angry neighbors a Rengoku tribute box.
Wait. So your solution to angry neighbors complaining about the smell is to send them pastries themed around a dead cartoon character with a hole in his chest.
It's dark humor. It says, we know we're annoying, but here's a meme you might like. The anime fans would go nuts for it.
I feel like the elderly residents of Haverhill might just be confused and horrified. Why is this cartoon man dying on my pastry?
It turns the narrative around. Instead of the stinky factory, it becomes the meme factory.
It definitely highlights how companies try to manage or fail to manage their reputation. But while Dunkin' is dealing with a smell, other entities are dealing with fake identities.
Oh, boy.
Which brings us to a much more dangerous type of pollution. Information pollution.
This is the segment that actually makes me angry. We're talking about AI-generated medical professionals.
Right. We saw this case study of a YouTube channel featuring a Dr. Chen Ziming. He looked perfect white coat, stethoscope, calm demeanor, very trustworthy.
Very authoritative.
And he was promoting a bacterial therapy to cure diabetes.
And let me guess, Dr. Chen has never been to medical school because Dr. Chen is just a bunch of code.
Correct. He's a deepfake avatar. The hospitals he claimed to work for, they all denied he even existed. But he had over 20,000 subscribers, many of whom were elderly, buying into this fake cure.
This one hits home for me. My dad, I love him, but he has authority bias just hardwired into his brain.
I think a lot of people from that generation do.
If a man in a white coat speaks confidently, my dad believes him. It doesn't matter if the guy is made of pixels.
That's exactly who these scams are designed to target. The vulnerable who are just looking for hope.
My dad has diabetes. The doctor tells him to watch his sugar. Does he listen? No. He eats these canned peanut milk soups. You know the ones.
I know exactly what you mean. They are delicious, but they are sugar bombs.
Exactly. It's pure syrup. But because it's soft, he thinks, oh, it's soft, so it must be easy to digest and good for the body.
That is tragic logic, but it's very common. It's a complete misunderstanding of nutrition.
I know, but I can't talk him out of it. Now imagine he opens YouTube and sees Dr. Chen, and Dr. Chen says, you don't need insulin, you just need this weird bacterial supplement. My dad would click that link in a heartbeat.
It's digital snake oil.
But the snake is a robot, and it's scaling up. Right. It's not just doctors. We're seeing AI influencers creating these like parasocial relationships with thousands of people.
Hot AI girls.
Yes. I see this on Facebook all the time. A picture of a woman who is clearly CGI. She's got 6 fingers on one hand and the background is literally melting.
Right.
But the comments, "You look beautiful, honey. Can I take you to dinner?"
It's this weird mix of low digital literacy and, I think, just loneliness. These bots reply, too. They engage. It creates a loop where the user feels seen by this beautiful, impossible entity.
It's pathetic, but it's also kind of fascinating. We are so starved for connection. We're flirting with JPEGs. But I have a theory. AI shouldn't be doctors. It shouldn't be girlfriends. There is only one ethical use for this technology.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
Cat man's eye.
Cat stand-up comedy.
Yes. Think about it. We all watch cat videos, but cats can't talk. AI can fit the mouth movements perfectly. I want 2 AI cats doing a structured comedy routine.
Okay, pitch me the skit. I'm listening.
So Cat A is holding a can of tuna. He says, "Hey, look at this. The tuna can has a picture of a tuna on it." Cat B says, "Yeah." Cat A says, "And the corn can has a picture of corn on it." Cat B says, "So."
Right.
And then Cat A holds up a can of cat food and just screams, "Then why does the cat food have a picture of a cat on it? Are we cannibals, Whiskers?"
Okay, that's actually pretty solid. I laughed.
Right. It's harmless, it's entertaining, and nobody loses their retirement savings. That is the future of AI I want to live in.
I would subscribe to that channel, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, people are seeing demonic things in their entertainment instead. Which brings us to the Jolin Tsai concert.
The Madonna of Asia. She did a massive tour recently.
She did, and the theme was the 7 deadly sins. It was very theatrical red light. She was standing on a giant snake head. It was all meant to represent, overcoming inner demons.
But the internet didn't see artistic expression. They saw a ritual.
Some netizens went into a full-blown moral panic. We found these viral comments claiming the concert was a satanic ritual designed to, and this is a direct quote, suck away the audience's energy and chi.
I love this logic so much. I went to a pop concert, I screamed and danced for 3 hours straight, and now I'm exhausted. It must be a vampire spell.
Right.
No, you're just dehydrated and you're over 30. That's what happened.
It's classic conspiracy thinking. They're looking for patterns where there are none. One commenter even warned people to avoid the Illuminati pandas at the zoo.
Illuminati pandas. Don't look them in the eye. They're working for the deep state.
It's mocking the conspiracy theorists, obviously, but it just shows how intense fan circles, or fan quan, can get. They analyze every pixel of a stage setup. A red light equals the devil. A snake equals Satan.
It's pareidolia, seeing faces in the clouds or devils in the stage lights. But honestly, if Jolin Tsai has the power to harvest souls through a microphone, give her the Grammy. That is next-level performance art.
It connects back to the AI doctor and the transparent toilet, doesn't it? It's all a fear of the unknown.
How so?
People feel like they're losing control of their privacy, their health, their souls, so they invent these narratives to explain it all.
That's surprisingly deep. But before we wrap up, we have to get to our cultural spotlight. This is a listener submission, an Am I the Asshole story, but it hinges on a very specific cultural symbol.
The Green Hat Saga.
Let's set the scene. A boyfriend and girlfriend go to Japan with friends. The boyfriend buys a green beanie. His female friend, not the girlfriend, grabs it, wears it all day, and refuses to give it back. Girlfriend gets mad. Boyfriend eventually just gives the friend the hat to shut everyone up.
Okay. Before we judge anyone, we have to explain the color. In the West, a green hat is just a hat, maybe for St. Patrick's Day.
But in Chinese culture, the idiom wearing a green hat is the universal symbol for being a cuckold. It means your partner is cheating on you.
So the fact that he bought it for himself is already kind of culturally ironic. He's basically walking around with a sign saying, cheat on me.
Exactly. But let's look at the interpersonal dynamics here.
Where do you stand?
I am 100% on the girlfriend side. This is not about the hat.
You think the female friend was marking her territory?
Oh, absolutely. Taking something personal, like a hat, and wearing it for the entire day, despite the girlfriend being right there, that is a classic pick-me power move. She is testing the boundaries. How much can I take from him before you finally snap?
It's the refusal to return it that really signals the issue, I think. If she just tried it on for a selfie, fine. But keeping it, that's possession.
And the boyfriend failing the test is the worst part. He thinks he's being generous. Oh, just keep it. No, dude. You just prioritize the friend's feelings over your partner's comfort.
It's a complete lack of emotional intelligence.
Exactly. The whole green hat symbolism just adds that perfect layer of you're being made a fool of to the whole story. He's wearing the metaphorical green hat because he's letting this friend disrespect his relationship.
So what's the verdict?
Boyfriend is an idiot, the friend is a schemer, and the girlfriend needs to book a solo trip next time.
A fair assessment. It's funny how a simple object can carry so much weight depending on the context.
So, what have we learned today on this deep dive?
We've learned that privacy in Shenzhen is one sensor glitch away from a live stream. We've learned that breathing donut air might not make you fat, but it will definitely make you angry.
We also learned to never trust a doctor who doesn't blink, and that the Illuminati pandas are probably watching us all.
And finally, that boundaries matter, whether it's in a bathroom stall or the simple knit beanie.
I want to leave the listener with a question today. Would you use that transparent toilet? Do you trust technology enough to, drop your pants in a glass box?
Or does the fear of a malfunction just make you want to hold it forever?
Let us know. And hey, don't let the energy vampires get you. Stay safe out there.
See you in the next deep dive.